All right. Hello, hello, hello. This is your dreaded crypto channel coming at you. This is where we defy tyranny and your source for everything crypto. So, as I said, I would upload something after the FOMC meeting. Pretty good news. Honestly, I was expecting Powell to really come down hard on the markets. A lot of people were. They were expecting him to, be hawkish and say more pain coming and death, on the horizon type of thing. But honestly, he was pretty dovish. He was kind of pleased with what's going on. That means a lot of the pain of the interest rates probably is over. A lot of the pain that's been going on with here and the stock market, it's coming to a close. So, and the markets are rallying because of that. And I had a couple different scenarios, and I don't see a pullback coming yet. I mean, it's gonna, maybe something with Russia happens, or maybe the earnings come out really bad. I think that could happen. Even then, we're probably still wouldn't be going back to 18, 19K. So it's just good to have some dry powder on the side for when that does happen. I mean, we get a black swan. We get a big major sell-off event every 3 to 6 months, generally. If I zoom out, and you want to look at, like, how often do we get those really strong sell-offs in crypto? I want to do a little... This is something I wish I learned. Like, I was really anti, like, having US dollars on the side. Like, you really want to have some dry powder always for these big dips. So let's just see. So where's a good way to put it? Like a major sell-off would be like right here. Before that was here. So just look at that. 20 bars, 140 days, 3, 4, 6 months. Go back to 20. The better chart is probably looking back at like 2017. This should load. But let's look at, we'll take a look at this one here. Actually, I mean, this was all a big sell-off, but the major sell-off was here. So let's just take a look at, it's 259 days, so a little over 6 months from there to there. It's just like you get these sell-offs every so often that you really want to capitalize on. Let's say from here to here for this sell-off, all that bullish activity. 266 days. So every 9 months or so, you're going to get like an opportunity to buy. Let's go back. So we had this big run up after that opportunity, and then 175, 180 days, 200 days later, had another breakdown. So it's just good to have. I mean, we're obviously a bit in a bear market for a while, but it's just good to have these. You really want to be able to buy these dips. I mean, it's very likely from here we're going to do an Elliott wave. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. And this is on the weekly chart and trading view. Let's see. Also, if you could, please hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd be so kind. That will help the algorithms and help the channel out. We'll do the... That's not the... I don't know. Elliott wave. So we're probably starting our first wave right now. Where does that go? And I'll show you about in a second why I think it's going to go here, but let's say 28K. You go to 28K. We get a pullback down. Maybe 20? 19. Let's say we go back down to 18.5 or something. Freak everybody out. Or 18.6, something like that. And then we come up, we go up as far as, yeah, there. And then another test of probably 28 to 30 there, and then we go get ready for the bull market there. it probably wouldn't be. It's going to happen a lot quicker. I need to zoom out. I didn't have my timing quite as correct there. This is probably closer to what's going to happen. Yeah, so that puts us in 24. It's 25. It doesn't seem right. Something like that, I think, would make the most sense to me. Anyways, you get the picture. But this wave actually could similarly take us to like 2018 did, which I would kind of prefer. So if we shoot past and we go to like say 40K, it would be crazy. It would be crazy if that happened. And then we get a pull back down to say our breakout zone right now is around 22. Yeah. And then something maybe more along the lines of that. And then we start going parabolic again. Maybe get another correction down, then really get going. Something like that. But either way, you know, impulse waves, there's also corrections within those waves, and those are usually 3 counts with the Elliott wave theory. I don't know if I really want to. Yeah, correctional waves. So within each of these, there'll be a, you know, down type of thing. And then there'll usually be 5 waves up. This is all like miniature. Like Elliott waves are kind of like those toys that kind of like jump one toy inside of another, They kind of stack on all the time frames, which is kind of interesting about them. But on the macro scale, they certainly tend to play out. They're always open to interpretation, but it's a good way to like look at where things will probably go in 6 months time frames. So, and then like, honestly, this kind of puts us in about where I would think. Yeah, I'm expecting a spring rally to like 30, at least 30, maybe 40K, and then a correction down to wherever. So it's interesting. But we could go down right now too. I mean, depending on like some news. I mean, we're probably a nice rally with Powell and everything, but something could come out and we come back down now to like 19K, which in some ways that would be better just to get it over with and not come back to it, because we'll probably come back to it because there's CME gaps. And that's a whole other thing. Actually, BitBoy Crypto is doing a special on that, I think either today or tomorrow. So keep an eye out on that. We'll take a look at the Fear and Greed Index real quick. So we're back in greed, which isn't the best thing. It's probably going to be, it hasn't printed yet. It'll print at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Another thing about crypto, that everything is universal time, so it's kind of hard to know when things happen sometimes in the crypto market because it's not on East Coast time, so not the stock market. But yeah, if I had to guess, like today's probably going to be like 65 or 70, and that kind of makes me worry that we're going to get a correction sooner than later. So yeah, like I said, just be ready for anything. But Powell is dovish. To recap, Powell is dovish. Markets are not looking too bad. I mean, we might get some bad earnings, but I think a lot of the damage is done. I think we've already been in a recession. Another recession will probably happen, in a couple of years or something, or maybe it happens next year, the real recession. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think a lot of the pain is done. So let us hope that is the truth. I think I mentioned this last time, but I was watching Tika Tawari, and he's like one of those analyst guys, but you have to kind of pay for his services. But I watch his stuff to kind of like get ideas of where his token picks will be. And he actually he slipped. I don't know if he slipped up. I think he does this on purpose to keep people checking it out. But he mentioned 2 coins. One was at 43 cents. One was 46 cents. And more than likely, he's not picking really obscure coins. So I went down the list, top couple hundred, and I figured out which coins they were. I mean, it was Engine Coin and Phantom. And they're both, Engine especially, is a very solid project. Yeah, Phantom I'm starting to stack. I don't really care for it really that much, but his picks are pretty solid. They never perform as much as he kind of hypes everything up. And his recommendations are $500 into a coin, which I wish I'd known this before. I took his advice on that, and I did like 500, maybe 750 on some of his coins. I made some good money, but you need to be able to probably put about $1,000 into a coin that you believe in. If you want to see like 10, 20,000 or $50,000 after the end of the bull run, you have to put the money up. Like if you do 1,500 or 2,000, you'll really make yourself set yourself up. So I'm really kind of being very selective about the coins that I'm putting money in. And like one problem I had with this last market cycle, there were a bunch, but I've been in since 2017. I kind of just used Coinbase in 2017. I made a little bit of money, but really I built my portfolio in 2018, 2019. And my problem is I had too many different companies that I put my money in. Voyager and Celsius were not the. I didn't know. I can't say that I wasn't smart. I was diversified, but I put my money with them. Binance. I didn't get burned by Binance so much, but I had a legacy account with Binance, and then all of a sudden I get these emails saying I have to take my money off of Binance, and then I waited too long, and then I had to go through this huge verification process. It took like multiple days. I had to get the resolution right. I had to get the customer service. Like I had like $5,000 on there or something like that. Not a lot. It was maybe 25 at the top. But had I been smarter about it, I should have gotten that money off. It's just the industry is like a lot of work. It's a lot of frustration right now. It's kind of like dealing with the internet probably in 1993 and dealing with America Online trying to like. I think it's a new industry. It's very frustrating, and it really kind of screws you over sometimes. But I feel like I just kind of look at it like a learning experience. Like I feel like I'm paying for my finance and tech degree or financial analysis degree. That's the only way I can look at justifying my losses and my frustrations. It's all a learning experience. Just hopefully it'll put you on a path where you grow and can benefit from it. Still waiting on that part. But back to where I was saying, like I had too many exchanges, too many coins. Like I would say, like, and make sure you put yourself on like a decentralized wallet, a ledger. I use hot wallets, Exodus, Atomic Wallet, great wallets. Make sure if you're trading, you're using a VPN. You don't want the governments, and you don't want hackers and stuff getting on you. Like there's just a lot of things you kind of have to go with this in the cybersecurity kind of notion. You really need to think about things, think things through about all that. And also just I had too many coins. I had like 300 different types of coins. I was overly diversified. If I had consolidated that into 100, I had at least 200 coins. If I could consolidate that into like 100 coins, I would have probably made more. I've been able to manage it easier. Like when coins were popping off in the bull market, I was also working a very stressful job in the desert in the middle of nowhere outside LA. But I was working so hard that I couldn't keep up, and it just would go crazy. So, I mean, coins like Matic and stuff, like, they were going crazy, and like I took some profits, I guess, but then I left them on Celsius. I wish I had taken at least half of that and put it on a decentralized wallet, but I didn't know. I thought it was safe. Celsius is based in New Jersey. Voyager is based in Canada. They're publicly traded. Or like, the SEC, you're supposed to be like looking after them. Like we were lied to on so many levels. Gary Gensler better get fired. He better resign. He's a terrible person. Terrible person. Terrible. So hopefully we get some resolve in all of this. And we will. 2023 is going to be a year of recovery in the crypto market. I mean, I'm not going to say we're going to go into a bull cycle or anything, but it's going to be something. It's going to be something. Hopefully an emotional recovery as well. Another thing is, so we're above the 21 week, which is very bullish. Very bullish. We can come down to 19.3 and be fine. And I don't think we're going to come down yet. If I had just looking at this, looks like we want to go up a little bit more and then maybe come back down. This 21-week moving average is kind of like your sign of bullish activity. It's like once you get support on it, you kind of use it to your advantage. So what's the 200 week at? So this is the one that we really want to claim in the short term and then use as support. I think we're kind of just battling it right now. I think it's pretty likely that we get up to 28K, somewhere up here. I mean, a lot of resistance. And to show you the resistance, let's go at the Crypto Watch chart. And I was just looking at this. This is the 12-hour, which is a really good trading chart. There are little things that you kind of see on the 12 hours that you may not see otherwise. But if you look, we're in this last volume node right here, and we're attacking it to break out. And when we break out, there is not much volume to push us down. There's not much trading price action, so it's very likely we just pop up. And that would be, what is that level? 28K. I mean, it's just begging. It's just begging. And it's possible that we go all the way up to 37, 38K and then fall down, and maybe get supported by here. Probably more likely, if we don't go down and retest 19K now, we'll wick down to 19K at some point this year. You just don't know. You just don't know. It's very interesting though. Like, look at the weekly volume nodes. You can see it there more, but I think the 12 hours is interesting. It looked like it was fighting that node constantly. Here's that 10K level that everyone was talking about that we're going to go to, that we have not gone to. This wedge break is just so beautiful. I mean, it looks like we're going to get ready to just go crazy. And it's very possible we go crazy. All right, come on now. Come on, there we go. There we go. So yeah, you can see back again. Why is this thing not? It's not giving me the damn prices for some reason. I don't know, it's a little stuck. But anyway, we're going to probably bounce around in here for a while. The short answer. Let's take a look at the crypto. Crown's crypto channel. I was watching him this morning actually, and he was basically saying that there's a lot of indicators saying the macro bottom is in. And this hasn't printed yet. This prints usually around 11 or 12 Eastern time. We're probably going to be a little bit more exhausted than this, but I think this is what's really. I think this is very positive that we have not gotten these yellow or red bands. I'll keep on checking this, but if we start getting into the yellow and the red, that's when I'm really, hey, we're definitely overheated now. The leverage needs to be washed out. So there's that. And DYDX is a decentralized exchange that's just going crazy. Glad I have some of that. Dash is going crazy. I don't know why. It has some privacy features. I don't really know why it's going so crazy. I'm glad because I do have a fair amount of Dash. But in Phantom, there's the Phantom, like I was saying. It's kind of funny, the Phantom, and where's Engine? Engine's been doing pretty well. Like I said, Tikatori, he recommended, I think, those two coins. I'm not totally sure, but I'm pretty sure. And they're doing pretty well. Flare Network, glad I got that airdrop on Celsius. When I'll see that, who knows? Atom is one of my good plays. Another wallet / exchange you should probably look into, Kyber Crystal Network. That's oh wait, sorry, not that one. I got confused. But actually, the KuCoin is really great too. So that's their decentralized. I think it's not decentralized. I don't know if it's completely decentralized or not. But it's an exchange token, and that exchange has survived this bear market, and a lot of people, put their trust in them. I think they're pretty good. Matic is going crazy. Glad I have all my Matic on Celsius. It's going to be a party when I get that money back, if I get my money back. Synthetics is another one they create synthetic stocks on the blockchain, something like that, or synthetic shares, like partial shares of stocks. I think that's kind of like their thing. I haven't used their stuff, but it's a chain that's been doing pretty well. And you used to be able to stake it for like 20%. I think it's down to like 8 to 10% now. That's actually on Kyber Crystal. The Kyber Crystal is KNC, Kyber Network Token, I think, or Kyber Network Classic. I can't say I would recommend the token itself too heavily, but yeah, Theta was running pretty good. Arweave is another one that's been getting pretty hyped up. I believe that's part of Solana's. It's like I don't know. I think it's an Oracle token for Solana, but I can't be too sure. I don't remember very well. Anyway, H-bar is doing good. Neo, I don't really care much for Neo. What's that? Is it 849? That was like the best performing token in 2018. Like crazy gains, apparently. Helium? Is this Helium? Huobi. FTT, Rune. I was trying to go through, see what else is going on. Yeah. Well, that might be it for me. I think things are going to be pretty bullish here out. It's looking good. Things are looking good. There's a lot of optimism in the air. Just be ready for a little dip if it happens now or later. But it's good. Just a dollar cost average right now. Looking at these good tokens. I will say like a lot of these tokens that are still relevant and doing well. There's the ones that I researched very heavily in 2018, 2019. And I've had a few duds, but most all of them have done very well. So, and then another thing is like trying to locate some new tokens that no one knows about that are going to pop off and do like Matic. I bought $500 worth of Matic and it shot to $3, and I think I made like $50,000 almost. I didn't take profit, unfortunately. I just was hodling, still hodling on Celsius. But you know, if you find tokens like that, you're going to make some crazy gains. So, but I think this cycle might not be so much about new projects. Like again, there's 20,000 coins. I mean, probably like 10,000 probably are totally inactive, but there's 10,000 there that are being traded, and I know about a few hundred of them. Maybe the top 500 I'm probably pretty well versed on. Maybe even 1,000. I don't even know. I can probably recognize a lot more than I think, but I just don't see a whole lot more being introduced this cycle. I think this is going to be the cycle that, okay, which ones are really going to take hold and be utilized and make a difference with certain things. So I'm sure there'll be like 5 to 10 coins of every type that, there are different coins and they have like subsets of what they do. And there's probably going to be hundreds of them that are competing and like will be competitive. But like even with the stock market, I mean, how many tech companies are there? Microsoft, Apple, Tesla. There's only so many. Like, I think humans can't handle a whole lot, but also monopolies become a thing. So I don't think there's going to be so many. It's just the successful ones will probably be weeded out, even with this bull cycle, maybe the next bear market. But I don't think this is the bear market that's going to kill everything. But maybe the next one will. And this bear market's coming to a close, unless this whole thing is a farce and will just go down. Very unlikely, given what Powell said and everything. I think the world's going to turn around. Just hoping. Anyway, that's it for me today. Appreciate you stopping by again. Hit the likes, subscribe, and we'll try to do this again tomorrow. Peace.